what? Who does that even benefit? Who does that
And
benefit? Him coming out and saying that? That only benefits who? The Dallas Cowboys.
you,
Mhm.
you can't
So
you
it's like,
can't you
why do you even believe Steven when he says that? Go. I think he. Hold on. I'm gonna have to take him off for a minute and put him back. Well, Mike, go ahead and talk.
What's good? What's good?
What's up with you, man?
Not too much, man. Just was watching some American Idol and got the link and said, "See you, babe."
All right. Hey, okay. Lloyd's back, but hey, I got Ken sliding up here. I got the whole world sliding up here now. Hey, what up with you, Ken?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, what's up with you, my boy? We talking about this. We're talking about this. We were talking about this. This article that was put out about the possibility of George Pickens being traded to the Baltimore Ravens, and now it's just open to the possibility of him being traded anywhere. Like, I don't. Have you read the article? Have you heard any talk of it?
Now, I thought Stephen Jones went on the radio and said only one team called about him possibly getting traded.
Well, shoot, think about this. You only need one team to trade, so
But why haven't they traded him yet? That's my
why?
thing.
Well, I mean, I would think that. I mean, that could be on both ends. That could be on both ends. Well, let me get your thoughts on it first. What are your before we clash heads or anything? What are your thoughts on the Cowboys even trading him to Baltimore? The reason why Baltimore was saying that was interesting is because one, Baltimore has never had an All-Pro wide receiver. Lamar Jackson's never had a wide receiver the caliber of Pickens. Also, they have the money obviously to do it. George Pickens will get the opportunity to play against Pittsburgh 2 times a year. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, how much are we getting back? If it's not 2 first-round picks, they can go ahead and end the call.
That's your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to trade a all pro, and you're going to give me a second-round pick. Like, no, I need at least 2 first.
Okay. Okay. I think for me, I think for me it'd be the 14th overall pick this year, and I think a 14th overall pick and a second round pick, I'd trade him. I'm being honest with you. I'd trade him. I'm going to tell you, and the reasons I'm trading him have nothing to do with George Pickens. They have everything to do with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. I don't believe that Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones will resign him. I don't even believe I don't believe that he's going to be here 5 years. I don't believe it.
Yeah, no,
So it's
not at all.
like if I don't believe that, then sometimes like you got to be realistic. Like it's like having kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, I don't. I may not, I know the things that my kids will do and the things they're not gonna do. It's like I know the things that Jerry's gonna do and the things that he's not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That he won't do. And I just don't see it. I don't see him like for one, I don't see him giving him a contract more than money than CeeDee Lamb. And I don't see George Pickens taking a contract that's substantially less than CeeDee Lamb. So then if George Pickens decides this year he's not coming to training camp, that's already going to start the hate train. You know what I'm saying? And we already know players that hold out in Dallas don't end up in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So it just, and then think about this. If Pickens does come in and he plays the good boy role and he does everything that he's supposed to do, and guess what happened? And he play on that franchise tag, they just gonna franchise tag his ass again next year.
No, I don't think he's going to return until next year. It's going to probably be his last year.
Well, I mean, someone said we need him now. Damn, 5 years. Hey, I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, this is the thing you got to remember too, man. Like, CeeDee Lamb missed 4 games last year, man. If I could get pick, if you had pick 12? And listen to me, I'm not advocating for Pickens to get traded. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't believe that he's gonna get traded. I don't believe he's gonna get traded. But if I had to guess what team, I'm not saying I would guess what team. I don't think it'd be Baltimore. I don't know if it'd be Baltimore, but like, if somebody was willing to give me a first round pick and a second round pick for George Pickens, a player that's only been in my organization for a year, and I'm able to flip him for 2 picks that are better than what he was, man, I love you, Pickens, but I got more faith in Dak, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, yeah, buddy says if Pickens stays and get franchised twice, it's better to bet on yourself because money wise, you will be over 50 million in 2 years. Yeah, but you have no guarantees.
Uh-huh.
You have no guarantees at all. If you get hurt, you're out.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't. And George Pickens don't want 50 million. George Pickens probably wants 100. Romeo Dobbs, if that what he get, like I forget what he got. I think he got 80, close to it.
Well, Jalen Waddle got like a first rounder, a third rounder, a fourth rounder,
Pickens is better than him.
And
and
Pickens is
Pickens
better
is
than him.
better. Yeah, than Waddle, and he's younger.
I
You
mean,
know, so
would
to
you would
me,
you trade?
it's got to beat the Waddle deal.
He's
If they
not.
gave a
I don't.
first, a third, and a fourth, I at least
I
want
don't think
two
he's gonna get
first,
traded.
or
I would
it's
want
got to
honestly
be.
a first, a second, and like a fifth. If you give me a first and second, bro, because we have no second round pick. So literally, we're gonna go from first round pick talent to all the way to post 100.
Now, if the Jets and the Cardinals are calling with the second pick, or the third pick, or the Titans are calling with the fourth pick, that's different than someone calling and saying, "Hey, I'll give you my first round pick," and it's like the 25th or the 28th pick in this year's draft. Because really, a lot of these scouts are saying only like 14 or 15 of these players in this draft are first round grades.
Anyway, so that think about this, and I'm just throwing this out there. If you traded with Baltimore and you had the 14th overall pick, you know what you could do with number 12? You could trade it to go up to a top 3 pick with the team that y'all wanted to trade with anyway. Because think about
Yeah.
this: if you had the pick 14, I have no problem trading pick 12 to go up. Because now you can go up into like 3. Because then you'll have 3, 14, and 20. But the only way I would let Pickens go is for a first and nothing less than a second. I don't know if you'll get 2 first round picks for him because like I just don't think the league viewed. I honestly, I mean, 2 first round picks is not the same as a first round pick, a second, I mean a third and a fourth for what they got. That's just more picks. It sounds like a lot, but the value, you know what I'm saying, it's still bitter.
I like what Fisher had to say. Just give him 2 years guaranteed. What is it? 28 million this year, 32 million next year. When you average that out, that's like 31 million or something, or 30 million. Just give him all that money up front, guaranteed $60 million. Here you go. Boom. And then
Yeah, but
that will help our salary cap.
yeah,
$60 million guaranteed. And then we can go and sign other players. But if not, all this is going to go against our cap, and we're not going to be able to sign as much because of the cap space.
Brad, listen to me. You can always sign whatever you need to sign, no matter what the crap space is, because you can always manipulate the cap. I always tell people the only time that the cap space comes up with players is if you really don't want them. Because if you really want them, the cap space is never going to stop you from getting them. Like think of Baltimore. Baltimore was literally talking about they was going to get Trey Henderson and get Max Crosby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That lie was only believable because we knew they committed and manipulated it in somehow to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what those are just some things. I mean, I know we talk about draft all the time, and we, you know what I'm saying. And he listened to me, and I personally don't like. I'm not saying I don't believe Stephen Jones, but why would Stephen Jones come out and say that about one of his own players? Like, if you're trying to build value, the reason why you're not trying to say that there's all these teams calling him about trading him is because then that gives his agent leverage to ask for the type of money that they are probably asking for. So anything that Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones say about George Pickens is going to either be positive when it comes to the franchise tag. And I told everybody that he was lying when they started to say, "Oh, we had a conversation with George and he's excited about playing on the franchise tag." If that's the case, then why he didn't sign it? Because
Yeah. That's true.
George Pickens still ain't signed it.
Nope.
Nah, it's probably gonna drag out into the offseason for signing.
And when they were talking to him today on 105.3 The Fan, he really didn't want to talk about it. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know."
Yeah, because they ask him every time. It's like I get annoyed too.
What
Well,
they kept asking him about what?
Pickens. Like they always ask him every time he's available for the media. That's the first thing they ask him, and you can tell that he's annoyed.
Well, I mean, this is how they do business. So at this point, he should be
Yeah,
able to he should be able to maintain his annoyance because this is what they created. And
facts.
to a degree, like Pickens can't really be mad because the Cowboys did. The Cowboys wanted to do a deal with him at the beginning when he first got traded, but Pickens and his agent said that they weren't available to do any type of deals right now. So to a degree, Pickens had to understand the repercussions of what could have happened and what could not happen.
Hmm.
I don't think. I think his agent told him not to try to get a deal done this year. To play this year, prove himself again. That way they can go for the bag. Next year
Yeah.
he's going to try to get 40 million.
Nah, he don't want 40 million next year. If you get 40 million next year, you behind the curve. He trying to get 40 million this year.
Facts.
He trying to get 40 million right now.
Well, what's his name? That defensive end got paid 50 million for the Houston Texans. So, and they're fixing to go to an 18-game season with two bye weeks.
So the
And
Houston
so,
Texans
if
gave Will Anderson, they gave him a new contract.
I thought that
well,
was just a rumor.
well, I know that that's what they're talking about. 50 million.
Yeah, but George Pickens only did this 1 year, and teams still think he has character issues. So I don't think that he has a lot of leverage. I don't think he has the leverage that he thinks he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to play on the tag this year, probably.
Because teams can still negotiate with him. He's on like a tender, right? Like they can still try to reach out and try to work
Well,
something
that
out.
that actual deal was on Baltimore's Ravens actual website, so it's a real deal. It's not just something that somebody's writing about. And when it gets closer to the draft, teams like the Browns, the Cardinals, who knows? I've been hearing that there's a big deal going on that they haven't released to the public yet. Could it be Pickens going to the Browns for Miles Garrett or
Absolutely
no?
not. The Browns would be the
No?
stupidest franchise in sports history if they did something like that.
Nah, you
I
don't
love
trade him for Pickens. You trade him for all your picks. You take
yeah,
everything. You want Miles Garrett, you got to give us everything.
right.
Yeah, they're stupid, but they're not that stupid.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, he's a top 5 receiver in the
The
league.
person,
So,
the person who's
and
stupid in that whole situation is not Cleveland Browns. It's really Miles Garrett.
Shadur
Yeah,
Sanders would sure love to have him.
You get what I
I'll tell
mean?
you
Because if
that.
you're Miles Garrett at this point of your career, you've done enough for the city of Cleveland for you to be like, trade me, let me go win somewhere. But you want to
you
be
have an
the
opportunity.
I'm gonna go down with my ship. Okay, you're gonna be forgotten with that ship when it sinks. They'll remember you one time a year when the Hall of Fame preseason game starts. But you won't be like Michael Irvin. You won't be like any of these other Hall of Famers who get that legendary feel to them. You won't because you played for the Browns, bro. You're a Hall of Famer for the Browns.
He's a great player. He had the opportunity to get traded last year, but it's like he chose the bag, which I don't blame him. But you got
Hey,
to deal with come with that.
hey, one of Leroy says y'all Cowboy fans want everyone. Listen, you're a Miami Dolphins fan. There's a reason why your team has never won a Super Bowl. You want to know why? Because you don't want all the good players.
But they
Your
won. They
team
won one.
like that don't mean like that's the dumbest thing in the world. Like no duh. You want like I always wonder why do fans get mad because the Cowboys want all the good players. Like duh. Like don't when you play for the Olympics, don't you send all the good players? Ain't that the whole purpose? Like you're supposed to send this one. Like that's the whole purpose. That's what. Listen to me. Everybody wants all the good players. That's why they have a salary cap in the NFL to stop you from getting all the good players because everybody wants all the good players.
We're America's team, man.
Mhm.
So that's what comes with it.
Dolphins said they won 2 Super Bowls. Win, dog.
In the
Yep.
Back when
seventies,
they was called,
back in
The
the day,
back
seven,
bro.
when they
yeah,
was
when they were
called,
undefeated with
Yeah,
when
they got the only
nah,
undefeated team in the whole
yeah, they when
NFL.
they was called back when they was called World Championships.
Yeah, Don Shula, right, the coach.
Yeah,
yeah,
back when they was called World Championships.
Larry Zonka.
Yeah, shout out to the Dolphins. I think the Cowboys beat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. If I'm not mistaken, back in the day.
Jerry would be the best team. Jerry would be the best team if that happens. Yeah, he would. We do want everyone. I'm guilty. We want everybody. You want all the good players. Like that's the whole purpose. And to be honest with you, think about this: the NFL business is all about you trying to find the best players you can afford under the salary cap. Like that's the
Yeah.
whole premise. That's the whole premise of of it. Of if they're all trying to create the best team that the salary cap will allow them to.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Um, hey Leroy, how many games y'all gonna win this year?
Yeah, no, they're tanking, man. The Dolphins are going to be awful, and they're doing this on purpose. They're trying to get a quarterback next year.
And guess what? You get to tank for a quarterback and still not know if he's the quarterback. The the
Yeah,
Jack the Jacksonville Jaguars did basically tank for Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, he's their franchise quarterback, but has he gotten them to what they wanted them to get? No.
tanking is kind of hard, but I mean, you need a quarterback. You need. I mean, the Patriots they sucked, and then they turned this
You
shit
don't like
around.
the Dolphins quarterback that they got from the
Malik
Packers?
Willis. I mean,
Yeah, that
he's a
dude's a
backup.
beast.
He's a career. He's a career backup, man. And I remember when he
Who?
got drafted in
I
2026.
disagree. I
Who?
disagree.
Who?
Malik Willis.
Oh yeah, he is. He a career backup.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a
Malik
like
Malik
if you want a
Willis is
solid
gonna be
backup, he's a good
He's
Miss
the
backup.
best
Malik.
backup in the league, then.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's not a starter.
so you know what that means? That means he's the 33rd quarterback in the NFL. That does
Yeah,
not
exactly.
sound that does not sound like something that you wanted to be. You know,
Hey, I
you're
seen
the
him play against the
33rd.
Ravens last year, man, and he almost pulled it off.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
cool.
almost only work. This is the thing about it,
If
man.
it wasn't
Almost.
for what's his name rushing for 300 yards that game, Henry.
I mean, if it
Think
was
he,
a gunfight, it didn't matter. But you know, the Dolphins are the same team that got in trouble for purposely trying to tank.
Oh
So
yeah,
they're
yeah.
and now it's a federal crime to tank games. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
the Dolphins quarterback is literally good enough for them to lose a bunch of games, but it to be entertaining and for you to feel exactly what you just felt like that he could have almost did it, bruh. No, that's why they got him because they know they're still going to lose games, but you still give off because you got to think you can't be like tanking games while the NFL is out here selling these games for TV. Like it's bad for business. You know what I'm saying? It's also bad for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Someone says I totally disagree. Malik's gonna be a beast. Oh, that listen to me, a beast at quarterback. Are you kidding me? So you telling me he's gonna be a top 10, top 15 quarterback?
Nah, not absolutely not.
Okay,
People are
so
just
then
they're just
what is a
yeah.
beast? What is it? And then my question is, he's gonna be a beast with what? What receivers? What receivers? His best receiver right now is our third string receiver.
Yeah.
Like I'm just being real with y'all. Like their best receiver, they have almost $150 million in dead money. You know what that means? They have $100 million of money that they're paying to players to not be on their team.
In the right situation, I think he could be a top 10 quarterback, but he's not in a
Oh,
good
absolutely
situation.
not.
Bro,
Nah,
clap
you
yourself.
giving this dude way too
Clap
much
yourself.
credit, man.
Go
Way too
watch
much
the
Clap
credit.
tape.
yourself.
Go watch the tape, man.
Bro,
Dude, I
what are you talking
seen
about?
him.
Go
I
watch the
seen him
tape.
in
You can't say go
Tennessee.
watch the tape. No, you can't just go say watch the tape like we don't watch. No, 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 no. That is there is no tape that said he's gonna be a top 10. No, there's not. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. The only reason why he is a starting quarterback in Miami is because they don't have one and they can't afford to get one. They're paying two of $47 million to be on a whole nother team.
Yeah, in Atlanta, he's gonna probably be the backup there.
Like, bro, you got a backup Willis throwing to a third string wide receiver in Jalen Tolbert, who I love, but Jalen Tolbert is not no number one receiver.
Yeah,
My
no,
and look at the Leroy. Even the Miami Dolphins fan said he's correct.
3
Like, bro,
years, 67 million. That's pretty good, though.
I mean, listen, I'm not crapping on the Dolphins. I think that they're rebuilding. They're probably gonna retool for 2027 and have a really good team in 2027 and beyond. But 2026, they're gonna suck.
Yeah.
and think about this, they're built to suck because
I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
their
man.
linebacker.
if the Dolphins wanted to be good in 2026, they would be paying these players that are not on their team to just be on their team. Because
Yeah.
everybody on their team, Waddle would be their best receiver. Tua, if he was on that team right now, would be better than Willis. So it's like they're guaranteeing that they put themselves in the number one spot to get the boy.
Yeah, and it's the first time head
He
coach
said,
too. Their coach. So,
There was even a debate. Well, there was a debate in Green Bay, and you can ask Green Bay fans between Jordan Love and Malik Willis being the starter.
I mean, they don't have
Yeah,
tape
because
on you,
Jordan
bro.
Love
Like,
only had like two leg. He only had one leg. That's why Jordan Love had one leg and he had 8 fingers. But on that day, yeah, for real, I can find you an article that talks about Eric 51 too.
All right, man. Y'all are right. We'll see next year. We'll just see next year how he plays.
I'm not
I
crapping
mean,
on him. I
I'm
just don't
just saying
feel.
we see right now. Like think about this. In order for him to ball out, that means one of his receivers is also going to have to ball out too. Who on that receiving core do you believe has the ability to ball out? Jalen Tolbert.
And they're in a tough division. They got to go against the Bills and the Patriots. Like, this gonna be hard.
yeah, yeah, they're
And
gonna
then,
have a rough time,
yeah,
especially if
uh,
we get their linebacker.
facts.
Which,
And they're trying to trade half the team away. And then the running back might be gone too.
Oh yeah, A Chain. He from Houston.
You know what I'm
yep.
saying?
Yeah.
Bobby King. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all for being on here, man. This was just a little split show. I just want to jump on here for a little bit, talk about a couple of things. He says, West Coast, you're a beast, bro. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, let them know where they can find y'all at.
The West Texas Cowboys report on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us there, and it's Mike on the mic and my boy Ken Clout.
Yes, sir.
And we just started this last year, man. Connected with West Coast, man, and we're actually going to. If you want to find us physically, we will be at the Star in Frisco next week for the draft. I'm excited. If y'all are going to be out in Frisco this week coming up, man, y'all come holler at us. We'll be out there all weekend giving you coverage and everything. So
Again, where they can
check
find
us
you,
out.
Oh yeah, just West Texas Cowboys report. Or on Twitter, DC 4L Ken.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter too. I just started my Twitter page. So, yeah,
Hey,
it's
man.
getting interesting though, man. It's getting interesting. All the talk today about what we're going to do because a lot of teams are wanting to trade back now, they're saying. So,
That's kind of a red flag. If everybody wants to trade back and we're trying to trade up, are we the fools?
right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. Like,
Nah, I just think it's, I don't think that.
there's a lot of people that have like there's like everybody in this draft has like a fatal flaw. And you got to remember like in the draft since so much of the draft is me guessing, you have to almost like anticipate that stuff. Like because there's no like even with the Ruben Bain situation like bro, if you're using anything other than tape to try to disqualify him, you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
his arms didn't stop him from getting on them damn sacks. And guess what? Yes, I understand the legal issues that he's going through, but that was 2 years ago, and he didn't miss not one game in the University of Miami. So what makes me gonna believe he gonna miss a game in the NFL?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to be a beast.
And so, like, the only reason why this information is out, honestly, I believe too, is it's to muddy the water, man. Like you don't know necessarily if this is just gonna be a bad draft. Is you just know that this is a draft where a lot of teams aren't interested in the players. You know what I'm saying? Because this could end up being a good draft. It's just that this draft, I think next year's draft just has so much hoopla that this draft just can't live up to what they believe next year is going to be.
I mean, it's only one quarterback projected to go in the first round. Like, any year that doesn't have quarterbacks being taken off the board, it's boring. Like, let's just be real. Like, like teams like us, we need quarterbacks and offensive players getting off the board so we can have pick good defensive players.
They
But think
said it's
about
the
this:
most wonky draft ever.
If you don't get Eli next year, you still can get Jeremiah Smith. So it's like one of the, you know what I mean? That you still like next year's draft is supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of good offensive players coming
You
up.
mean Manning?
Man, and yeah, he talking about what's his name? Cooper, not Cooper Manning, his son.
Oh yeah, the boy from
Archie Manning.
Archie. What did I say? Who did I say?
He
My
said
bad.
Eli. He said his uncle.
Oh yeah, Eli. Yeah,
Arch
but yeah.
Manning, yeah.
So that's another thing that has to do with next. What has to do also is there's so much hoopla, there's so much speculation of what's going to happen next year in the next year's draft that a lot of teams, but at the same time, man, like kids are still going to get picked. and players are still going to it's still going to be a healthy amount of number of players that are going to play well. But just remember, and this is my last thing before I get out of here. Remember, when you're picking these kids, you're picking them based off of their film. You're not picking them based off their combine. You're not picking them based off their freaking police record. You're not picking them based off your feet. You're picking them off of film, what they actually did on the football field or what they did not do on the football field. That should be the only reason you should be picking someone. Everything else should only be icing on the cake to make you believe what you already know. But if you're using the combine and pro days to determine if a guy is good, you're an idiot, because that's not even how you judge football. You can only judge football based on someone actually playing football.
Right.
You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
before we get out of here, what's y'all's draft prediction, man? Who do you think Dallas is going to walk away with in this year's draft?
Uh,
Or what do you think we're going to do, Ken or West Coast? Who wants to go first?
just
I think
two immediate starters. I don't care who they are. They're gonna be two immediate starters that they're gonna help this team out immediately.
if I had to say, I don't know why I'm in that corner from LSU.
Oh, Delane.
Delane?
Yep,
I'm
yep.
thinking we're going to trade up to 6 to try to get Sonny Styles, but he's going to be
Not
gone.
trading that shit.
So we're going to get Caleb Downs and then turn around and get either a really good corner like, McCoy or someone, or who knows, Ruben Bain might fall because of all the rhetorics. So I think we're going to walk away with somebody we'll be happy with, hopefully. I just don't want it to be a Keldrick Falk or a Messador.
But don't get your hopes up, because it's being reported that the Cowboys are interested. So go ahead and don't.
Oh my God. Taco 2.0 is what I think with Falk and Messador, to be honest. So we will see what happens. But hey, my dream draft is
Well, yeah, you
Caleb
already
Downs
know.
and Jacob Rodriguez. So
Sure.
yes, sir. Y'all have a good evening,
Yeah,
man. Thanks, West Coast.
yes, sir. Never.